Tyrant and Tyrantrum, obviously, Dragon Rocks. I didn't come up with that on my own. I had to go and look on Bulbapedia for that. Alright, whatever. It's nice background music. So I listened to a bunch of music just for the achievement. Game, I already knew that. You don't have to call me out on it. I'm the one who just, like, mashed the jump button in Stanley Parable just for the achievement for, like, 10 minutes or whatever. So you collect all kinds of music and paraphernalia, and the jukebox is curated by me. Oh, nice. Sometimes people even donate stuff they don't need anymore. I'm pretty well known among the patrons for it. Is the stuff on display over there yours too? I'm actually trying to sell those. You're selling your collection. I'm only downsizing. There's just a player and a few old records I'm trying to sell for my holiday fund. Oh, where are you going? It's going to be a family holiday, just my son and myself. Mainly for my son, though. We're planning to travel across the whole country, making stops in various cities along the way. I've been planning it for a while now and trying to save up to make it happen. We could never really afford a vacation while his mother was still around, so... What happened? I wish I knew. We fought a lot back then and all kinds of things. When I think back on that time now, it seems like we all did. Argue about petty things that people don't need to argue about. Of course, it's easy to say after the fact and when it's already too late. I never would have thought it was bad enough to warrant doing what she did, though. Uh-oh. One day, she was just gone, packed up her things, and left in the dead of night. I don't know where she is or what became of her. In the end, I think she just wasn't ready to be a mother. That was almost 4 years ago now. But yeah, that's why I think we need a holiday, to spend some quality time together. It's also why I took the second job at the grocery store. He's going to turn 9 in a few months, and I want to surprise him with it then. He saw this movie where a family goes on vacation across the country, and all kinds of crazy hijinks happen along the way. He loved it so much and asked me all the time when we were going on a vacation like that. Is that a reference to a real thing? That sounds kind of like RV, except they didn't go all across the country. They just kind of, like, got in trouble. There's a ton of movies that I'm just not aware of, though, because I don't habitually watch movies, so could be something else. I just want to give that to him. I think he needs it. You say his birthday is in a few months. Will be... Let me, take a drink of that handy glass of water sitting next to me and try and go a little slower. You say his birthday is in a few months. Will you be able to afford it? We're more than halfway there already. With the second job, it really shouldn't be a problem. I just like to have more of a buffer because this holiday will have all the bells and whistles you can imagine. I see. If it wasn't like part 47-ish of this game that I was already edited through, I would totally do an IC counter. Because this is just getting ridiculous. How about I buy some of those records? Really? You said they're for sale, right? Yeah, but I'll put it down as expenses in regard to my visit here. Is that ethical? So it'll all be taken care of. You would do that? Maybe, after you played me some of the music. I just can't resist and need those records for myself. Actually, I'll need the player too, because I doubt those are going to work with the players I have at home. Besides, I really could use a souvenir. Thank you. Let me just get that for you. Here you go. What? Is he giving it to me for free? That's not nice. What if I wanted to donate this back to your collection? This is confusing. They aren't really so special that they need to be part of the collection, otherwise I wouldn't be selling them. What? It'll be interesting for humanity to have, I think. Yeah, I guess, but maybe you can show me some human music in return sometime. So I suppose you're back in the game now, huh? Game? What game? I mean dating. What makes you think so? Well, what's all this? Why'd you ask me out? You seem like a nice person. I wanted to know what you're like. Do you kiss the hand of every nice person you meet? Guess you got me there. I suppose that makes my intentions rather obvious, even though I know it won't last. Besides, I'm not sure if I'd call it a game. That's something Bryce would do. I prefer to take things slower and have a lasting relationship. I think both can be fun. Why'd you ask me out if you know it's not going to last, though? Bryce told me about you, you know? It made me realize I've got to get out there again. I feel like the game is trying to give me some life advice. So the first thing you do is ask out the strange visitor from an exotic place. Be honest. Did you ask me out because I'm a human? Not only. I figured you could tell me more about how humans date and give me some advice. Not sure if my experience would be worth anything here. You're bound to have a different perspective on everything that goes on here. Maybe you pick up on things we haven't considered. I just want to hear your opinion. It's not just about dating, you know. Well, let's talk about dating if you're interested in that. I doubt I'll be able to have a frank discussion about this with just anyone I meet here. Alright, I think by now you've got a taste of how Bryce is with these kinds of things. He likes messing around. It seems he's got someone new every couple of months. You should see him on nights and how you should see him on some nights and how people just swarm around him. Can't blame him for that though. He's a popular guy. Do you envy him? No, I don't want what he has, but I'm finding it hard to just find one prospective partner. Relatable. You'd think I'd pick up on these things while working, but then it's typically not long-term relationships that are formed here. I see. Again, I don't exactly have much free time to put myself out there. I'm also not getting younger, and don't forget that I already have a child to take care of. That doesn't make things easier, you know. In a way, you're not just dating the person, you're also dating the kid, if you know what I mean. Now that just sounds wrong. There were two things you could have read out of that, stupid, and you had to pick that one. Oh, shush. It can make things rather difficult, that's all. Alright, maybe we'll have to work on your approach. What's the first thing you notice about a person? The personality. Really? I mean, so many people here every day. When they're customers, the thing that always stands out about them is how they treat their servers. Okay. Besides, I'm not interested in relationships based on looks. I like talking to people and getting to know them that way. This also makes the whole thing harder for me because I have to invest a lot more time to find out if we're compatible. You know, if a relationship doesn't work out for Bryce, he can just find someone else the next day, but for me the process can take a few months. I can imagine. I don't think there's a recipe for success I can give you though. Why not? You seem to be doing pretty well already. You're nice and polite. I don't think you really need to do anything different. Is that what you think? Yeah, sure, it may take a while to find someone, but I don't think there are any shortcuts for what you're trying to do. Just keep going and it'll happen eventually. Besides, you've got some time to figure out things with your vacation coming up, right? That's true. It'll be an eye-opening experience in a number of ways. Maybe the relationship front is going to be one of them. Now that's the right attitude. And on that note, maybe we should call it a night. It's pretty late. Yeah, you're right. Well, thanks for the wonderful evening. Likewise. Not to mention the advice and for buying my stuff. You're welcome. Be safe, take care, and maybe I'll see you some other time. Okay, so is he a primary character now? I don't imagine he is. Intuition. Did we really just leave Bryce under the table? I guess we did. Anyway, I've got a sphere to repair. Hang on, what? I haven't done any dates with Anna, right? Does she not die now that I've seen her good ending? Is it? Okay. That's different. Alright, so here we are. Now that I've got the first part of the sphere. Is that an item in my inventory? It is. There was a sphere in there. So, Katsuharu. Yeah, Katsuharu, sorry, this isn't really a good time. I need to really get where I'm going. Perhaps I can send Bryce your way to like pick up your cart though, because he seems pretty strong. Alright. I am kind of busy right now, sorry. Police archives. So that's Calanth, who is a named character. And I need to look in here. Really? Is it the other time? Did I have to look in here? Oh wait, no, I don't want to do that because, oh god, I can't go back. Is that gonna make Bryce mad at me? He's good so far. Is he gonna call me out on it next time we meet? Anyway, I get another chance to visit the store, so now that I've seen the one scene with Bryce, I mean with Sung, that's Vara. Vara needs a bit of assistance. Yeah. Okay, so there are no more things to say with Dong here. I will follow Vara and try to help her out though because she needs it. Jello Hammer is playing Hunipop. Good game choice, Jello. Oh, I have a new option to listen to records. Is that a permanent item or is that just this once? Alright, I will listen to records instead of trying to see another scene with Bryce. Oh, these are just the same ones as before. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Bryce. I stretched my legs, and that's an achievement. I didn't even remember that being in the list. I just did that because I didn't think I had picked it before. Okay, why not? Alright, well that went better than before, fortunately. Okay, so Lorem's third date, he picked up the sphere that I found at the park, because now I have it. How do I find out if it's Ipsum's? It has no battery. He turned the sphere a few times and then placed it on the base and plugged it in. I've assembled it. Lorem's assembled it. This should be his achievement. Yes, indeed. He touched the base in a peculiar way. In response, writing appeared on the sphere's surface. Oh, that's a cool artwork. Looks like this really is Ipsum Sphere. Ipsum Sphere. I feel like that's supposed to be a wordplay on something, but I don't know what it is. He'll be relieved to know that it was found. So what can we actually do with it now? Nothing, really, unless you know the password. That's a shame. I do happen to know his password, but that's only for emergencies. No playing around with the sphere, then. Got it. Did you hear about Ipsum? Apparently he's become a witness for a murder case. Indeed. Also, worth mentioning. I'm pretty sure there are no important things left in the scene. Worth mentioning, I have been, trying to be in the habit of referring to Lorem as they, because that's what the game does after I almost already screwed that up. After Lorem reveals that they are a, like, intersex, hermaphrodite, in his words. Hey. Old habits die hard, though. Oh, did I not skip? Okay, well, we'll tell him that it's okay, all over again. God! I did it again! We'll tell them that it's okay all over again. Someone pointed that out in the comments a while ago. I did notice it, before I read the comment. I don't remember if I drew attention to it or not. I just figured I should draw attention to it now. Okay. So having the sphere, even if I haven't found the other thing in the police archives, let's see if this has any significant effect on the outcome. I still have Ipsum's Ipsum. You couldn't have named it anything else. The fact that it's called Ipsum sphere isn't the hardest thing to pronounce, but the fact that it comes after the word Ipsums. Words, pronunciation. Alright, so we can take the sphere. I get the feeling that this is the important part. I get the feeling that this is the important part that will induce the good ending, because it was a new option in dialogue that that had an icon next to it. We've got to hang on to the sphere. Okay, so we'll see how that plays into the ending. I didn't read any of that text, did I? I should have read the text. Oops. I'll read the new text that appears in the ending. Wait, what? Give me the sphere. Okay, so you're gonna take the sphere. Are you up to something? I watched Lorem I watched as Lorem took the sphere from my hands and slid their fingers over its interface in a peculiar way. See? They. After a few seconds, they were done and the sphere was back in my hands. It might not help you much, but if something goes wrong, just throw it at him. Okay? Where is he anyway? The underground building. Let's go. Okay, so we've got, like, a handheld bomb or a stun device or something like that, I guess. Should be fun. I'm not having this conversation with you again. That was fast. I only had to speed past a few pieces of text, and that happened. What are you talking about? Your plan, Reza. Then stop wasting my time and help me with this. I'm not here to help you. This is where it ends. Is this where I check the sphere at his head? Your friend has just arrived. Okay, so Maverick and Lorem enter stage. God, Lorem is small. Especially next to Maverick. You planned this, didn't you, stupid? Yes, indeed, I did. Okay, so you're going to be... That's the commonality in all of the good bad endings. In the bad endings, he shoots instantly. And in the good endings, he doesn't know who to aim at. Alright, let me go and I'll forget this whole thing ever happened. Etc, etc, etc. They belong to me. And we're having some choice words to say at the administrator. Please try not to get shot next time, administrator. Oh god, Izumi. That's your name, right? Izumi. Okay, so Maverick and Lorem are charging. And Maverick used tackle. Lorem took flight with a few beaks to their wings and was about to collide with Reza, but at the last moment, Reza got out of the way and hit Lorem with a well-aimed kick. Okay, that happened before, but no one's been shot yet, and we still have the sphere, right? We still have the sphere? We still have the sphere. Lorem collided roughly with the wall and fell to the ground. Remembering Lorem's words, I took the sphere and threw it towards Reza as hard as I could. At first, it looked like it was going to miss, but the sphere adjusted its path and flew straight towards him. So this is self-propelling and not ballistic. Ping. Reza aimed at me, but the sphere hit him before he could pull the trigger. He lost his balance and stumbled backwards before he fell to the ground. As he got up, I saw that the barrel of the gun was now bent out of shape. When he realized this, he bolted towards the exit. I tried to stop him, but he hit me in the face with the gun's blunt end and ran past me. It took a few seconds until I composed myself and ran after him. I went up the hill and saw Reza was already taking his place while the portal did its starting routine. I ran towards the console and entered a few commands. Reza turned around and saw me. What are you doing? Reza walked off the platform, but I quickly ran around the console and threw my weight against him just in time for the portal to start teleporting us. That was unusual. Lorem lived to tell the police what had transpired in the underground building. The conversation they had overheard was enough for the dragons to find out about the comet. And with the help of the portal's power source, they were able to divert it. So did Reza go back? That didn't happen before, did it? At least not in any of the good endings, I don't think. As neither humanity nor the dragons knew where Reza and I ended up, our visit was considered a failure. Humanity had decided that if our visit did not yield any results, they would no longer try their luck with the portal and instead use their remaining energy to hold on as they still could. Okay, so is this the bad ending? This is familiar. I think that was the bad ending. There's a post-credits scene, apparently. Where am I? We reappeared on the other side and collapsed on the ground. It was the day of my arrival in the Dragon's World, just as I had planned. What the going on here? Oh, look what the cat dragged in. You're supposed to be dead! Am I now? You're right, but today's not that day. She held up Reza's head and punched him. His body instantly went limp as he fell unconscious. Good job, stupid. Oh, is that yours? She pointed at an object on the ground behind me. When I turned around, I realized that it was the Ipsum sphere. Whatever setting Lorem had activated had apparently prompted it to follow us, even through the portal. Not exactly. You better hold on to it regardless. Those things are expensive. She walked over to Reza's lower half and started lifting him by the legs. Come on and help me with this. We've got a long night ahead of us. Okay. That was an ending, alright. That was Lorem's good ending? We didn't actually get to see a resolution with Lorem themselves. Alright, so I'm going to end it off here. I have no idea how long these last couple of videos are going to have been because when I do like JRPGs and stuff, I'm usually a decent judge of how long I'm going to be editing a video down to, but when I'm jumping around scenes in visual novels, it gets a little bit more complicated. So this video is probably going to be a bit longer than I'd really like, and maybe that's okay. So, Angels with Scaly Wings. That is Lorem's good ending. We have seen everybody's good ending so far, including the optional paths with Zhang, Kevin, Sebastian, and Kazuharu. I did notice that there was a mention of a meeting with Emira in the achievements, which implies that I can romance Emira also, which is a bit of a weird concept that I don't really know if I want to pursue or not. I feel like there's more that I can... My Xbox controller almost fell off the desk. I feel like there's more that I can do with the sphere. I'm going to try and figure out what the deal with that is. If I go back to the police archives and maybe find something after I tell Lorem about it, we'll see. But for now, my name is Dragonite. This has been Angels with Scaly Wings. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.